On today's shooting demonstration, we're going to show the effect that altitude, temperature, or air density, and shot angle can have on your windage hold downrange. Now, in the past, we've always run those fixed yardage turrets with a 10-mile-an-hour wind hold fixed onto those. And as we've progressed and become better shooters, we've realized that that isn't as accurate as we need to be with that wind call. Essentially, that 10-mile-an-hour wind hold is only good for that specific elevation and temperature. Whenever you go outside of those realms, or you change your air density, your elevation and your temperature, or shot angle, or compound all three together, that changes your shoot-to range or your windage hold as well. So how we're going to demonstrate that today is we're going to zero the gun here down on our shooting range at 4,000 feet, and then we're going to take that up on the mountain to my favorite shooting spot at over 10,000 feet, and we're going to throw all these variables into the shoot-to equation. Our temperature and altitude, which is our air density, and we're also going to throw in some angle to our shot. Now what that's going to do is that's going to change our shoot-to range, which is in turn going to change our windage hold. And we're going to show you the effect that that different windage hold is going to have on your system and why we don't use the fixed yardage and windage turrets anymore. Well, looks like we've got a good zero down there at 950. We're ready to take this rifle up on top of the mountain over 10,000 feet and show you the difference in your windage calculations when you throw in air density or elevation and temperature and the shot angle. All right, we've made it up here into my favorite shooting spot. We are at exactly 10,410 feet up here. We've got a good 8 to 10 mile an hour wind right now, and so these are perfect conditions to test our windage hold at longer distances. So what we're going to do up here is I'm going to shoot 3 different groups. I'm going to shoot a group downrange using no windage correction. Just shoot a group and it's going to end up wherever the wind blows it. My second group I'm going to shoot is a group using a fixed yardage turret with a 10 mile an hour windage mark on it. And then the third group I'm going to shoot, I'm going to use the correction that the BR2 Rangefinder gives us. Now, the special thing about the rangefinder is it's actually figuring in the altitude and temperature or the air density and the shot angle into your windage solution. So we'll see how close we can get to the bullseye with this. So what we're going to do is shoot the 3 groups. I'm going to get in behind the gun and get one more wind dope on it, and then we're going to send some rounds downrange. Well, here we are at our target. You can see we've got a couple good groups here. This first group all the way over there, that's our first group with no wind correction. You can see it's essentially 3 minutes from the center of what I was shooting for, and it was calling for a 3-minute hold, or 2.9 MOA exactly, for a 10-mile-an-hour wind. The wind was 8 to 10 miles an hour. Looks like one of them came in a little closer to 8 miles an hour, came this way a little bit, but essentially a very good group. The second group, where we held using the fixed yardage turret and the fixed 10-mile-an-hour wind hold, without making any corrections for elevation, temperature, or shot angle, actually hit 1 minute to the left of the target. And that is because it told me to hold 4 minutes of angle of correction for that turret. So we actually missed the whole target completely. Now, the last group, this one right here, which is a very good group in these field conditions, this is the group that we got using the BR2 Rangefinder. The rangefinder told me at this range I needed to hold 2.9 minutes of wind. I essentially held 3 minutes of wind, and you can see it showed up right on the bullseye. Perfect windage hold. So what this shows you is that you're going to need that exact windage correction when you're shooting these extended ranges. And the reason is you're going to change elevations and temperatures and shot angles on a continual basis, so that fixed elevation turret is not going to work outside of the realm of where it's set up for altitude, temperature, and straight line shooting. When you get outside of those parameters, you're going to need an exact correction, and the BR2 Rangefinder does that for us.